AI is already impacting the coaching industry. If you've ever played with AI yourself as a coach, you already notice that it can do some quite incredible things. It can ask powerful, insightful questions. It can give useful feedback and insight. It can even mimic empathy and kind of relational connection with you. So if AI is already capable of doing this, and we're just at the advent of AI as a potential, there is a big question in the coaching industry around how this field can remain relevant. And so that's what I wanted to address in this video is how do we as coaches stay relevant in the age of AI? And I think there's a couple of areas I want to talk about. First is those things that we can be doing to AI proof ourselves. And the second piece is I want to address a big myth that I think is like the elephant in the room. It's the thing that all of us are actually potentially susceptible to, but may not be aware of, that could actually lead to us becoming irrelevant in the age of AI. So why don't we dive in? I'm Leon VanderPol, and welcome to the Deep Coach channel, where we love to talk about all things related to the grand journey of awakening and transformation, personal and spiritual growth, and how we as coaches really can position ourselves to be of most effective support to ourselves and others in this grand journey of life. Now, as the founder of the Center for Transformational Coaching, I have a vested interest in understanding the impact that AI is going to have on this industry. And I'm seeing it already in various ways. And that's really what I want to unpack here too, because as I share this with you, I also recognize that this is as much for me as it is for the people that I support in my organization to develop and grow as coaches. Because if we really understand this collectively, what our, in a sense, learning edge is as coaches, I believe we can all not only remain relevant in these kind of turbulent times that are upon us, but also really thrive within this existing world. So I've played with AI as a coach. I also played with it as a coach mentor, but I'll talk to the first one here first, what I noticed AI can really do for me. Now, the piece that really stood out was that it can ask endless powerful questions. And if I'm really honest and open and forthright with my own responses to those questions do become incredibly insightful and sometimes can take me into a very deep reflective place within myself to contemplate those answers and then give, a further answer back to AI, which continues the conversation. So it's really quite adept at doing that. It's also adept at helping me kind of think about actions I want to take and how I want to move forward in the issue or area that I'm unpacking with the AI coach. And the third thing it does really well is mimic empathy. It mimics that it cares. It's actually quite adept at using the correct language to create a relational space with me. And the more it gets to know me, the better that language gets. So these are some of the things that AI can do well. And remember, it's only just beginning. We're only a couple of years into this. In 4 or 5 years, with the advent of AI coaches that actually have, let's say, personal faces in the front of the machine, that's going to become an extraordinarily powerful way to connect and communicate with people because they're going to develop in this very way. So again, we come back to how do we really remain relevant as coaches in light of this? When doing some research for this video, the first thing I decided to do was ask AI what it thought. Makes sense, right? What does AI think we need to do to, in a sense, save ourselves from AI? So the answers that I received weren't terribly surprising. They are things that I already knew, given that I work predominantly in the space of deep transformational work. And those answers, and I'll share those with you, point towards that deeper space. In other words, at a surface level, what it was saying is that transactional coaching, and let's be honest, this is still the coaching that the vast majority of coaches engage in. Transactional coaching, very linear coaching, very move people from point A to point B, helping people to think differently, perceive differently, and do differently in order to accomplish certain goals, to drive certain kinds of results and outcomes for themselves, preferably the sooner the better. That transactional coaching, that's the kind of coaching that AI is going to be able to replace relatively easily. The other side of the spectrum is deeper transformational work. And this is what AI was pointing to when it was saying, these are the arenas in which you will be able to sustain your work which you'll be staying relevant in, because in reality, AI may never be able to do these very things. So let's go into them. The first thing that AI cannot do that will AI proof your coaching is that AI can replicate knowledge, but it cannot be deeply present with another person. AI has no capacity for being level awareness or to really exude a quality of presence that human beings can. They do very well to mimic that, but using large language models, which are just based on predictability of next word in a sequence, it means that it is only in a stage of mimicking the knowledge, but not actually embodying presence. So that quality of being, that quality of relational presence that we as coaches can develop, this is something that AI may never actually be able to do. Now, there is a question around the quality of your presence and the quality of your being, and I want to address that later because this is part of the great myth that many coaches are telling themselves. But the reality is, just in terms of what AI cannot do, it's deep relational being and presence and being a conscious, sentient being in relationship to another. Another thing that we can do to AI-proof our coaching is that AI will never be able to create a deeply relational, sacred space. It can mimic great conversation, but it cannot hold a quality of space with you. And in particular, if you're wanting to do deeper transformational work with people, the quality of the space that really is an extension of your state of being as a coach is everything. In fact, it may be so everything that it supersedes even the quality of questions that you are asking. Because people are going to feel immensely safe with you. And safety, like deep, unbridled safety, is what people need to be able to heal at a core level. And it's that which allows them, in a sense, override current patterns of thought and perception and entangled emotion with whole new qualities of mind and being. Like safety is the thing, and trust arises from safety. Those are two of the key qualities of a relational space that, again, AI can attempt to do through great conversation and choosing the right words, but the felt sense of it will always be missing. The third thing that you can do to AI-proof your coaching is really understand that, again, while AI can mimic great conversation, it can ask endlessly powerful questions. What it cannot do is intuit. It doesn't have intuition. Now, intuition is an extraordinary capacity unique to human beings. And intuition means that we are, for a while in that space, listening to something within ourselves or within the relational field that gives rise to an idea, a thought, or a question. And it's not just the spontaneity of intuition, and often the extraordinary accuracy of intuition to ask that right question, but it's also about the timing. Intuition tells us when to ask something and when to hold back, when to move a little closer, maybe when to hold more space. This intuitive sense of how we move within a session, that becomes a bit like the music of a session. And it's replete with high notes, low notes, rest. But that music is what we create with someone else. The dance, the flow, the energy. This is something that AI cannot yet do. Now, I'm not saying it'll never be able to mimic intuition, but in this moment, the intuitive capacities of the human being in relationship to each other can create an experience for someone with you that is unrivaled. And that truly is what people will come to us as coaches for. This final way to AI-proof your coaching, I've touched on it already, but I think it's worth repeating and going a little bit deeper into what it really means, has really got to do with the depth of your own state of being. The final thing that you can then do to AI-proof your coaching really has to do with an ongoing deepening of presence and depth of being. In other words, consciousness, your consciousness and state of consciousness is your greatest asset. It is not something that AI machines have and may not have for a very, very long time. Mimicking consciousness? Yes. Having it? No. And again, that consciousness, that quality of consciousness that you possess, being your greatest asset, means it's also the thing that you have to keep evolving. Don't rest on your laurels. Keep deepening the work within yourself. Commit to learning about the edges of your own existence that need to be honed, that need to be shaped, that need to be released or developed. Because the quality of consciousness that you bring in is the relational field in which people can then touch the deepest, truest, most meaningful parts of themselves. That they can drop below the conditioned mind, drop below all that they have been taught about who they are and the way that life is. And it takes a special person to be able to guide another person into that, to become a way shower of the world of transformation means that you need to have walked that path. But what that really means is that you're delving into the nature of your own self-identity and into the nature and potentials of your own state of consciousness. And this truly, if you continue to grow and evolve in this way, meaning that it becomes really central to your life despite all the things that you're responsible for doing, this becomes your greatest asset. And if you're not spending time in that space of really deepening yourself, your presence, expanding your consciousness, learning more about the nature of your true self and your higher nature and your spiritual potential, then you are actually leaving off the table the most important and valuable asset that you have. So all four of these things that I've been talking about, bring those to the table, really lean into them and learn about what they mean. And I do believe then that absolutely your coaching and your presence in this field will have relevancy far into the future. Let's talk for a minute about the elephant in the room, which is this myth, false narrative, that many coaches and coach training organizations are telling themselves about why they will remain relevant into the future. And it's simply this. There is this false assumption that because I'm a human being, meaning I have consciousness, I can be present with another human being, and because I have some skills and capacities, maybe I'm a trained coach, a certified coach, and maybe a highly experienced coach, and because I care about human beings, and let's be honest, coaches do this work because they care immensely about human beings. But those three pieces, that I'm human, I'm there, that I have capacity and skill, and that I care, that is enough to keep me relevant into the future. But I don't believe that. I think that's a false assumption to rest upon. I think there are going to be a few things that the really great coaches, the ones that have legs, are doing that the others are not, and they all have that same core base capacity. And those three things are this. The first is what I call craft mastery. In other words, they are committing to ongoing learning and development about themselves as a coach, and they're deeply committed to ongoing practice as a coach. So craft mastery takes time, absolutely. But one of the pieces that I've noticed is that a lot of people who come to the Center for Transformational Coaching are coming in who have a great deal of skill and capacity in the coaching space, but it's actually quite limited more to the transactional field. They don't have the ability to go really deep with other people. And that's the second thing. That's the second thing. So the ability to really make sure you're committed to ongoing craft mastery is the first thing. But related to that is the kind of craft mastery that you're developing. Because if you're simply developing more of the same, then you're really not going very far. We get a lot of people, like I said, who come who have great capacity in the transactional realm, but don't know how to go to the depth of the depth with another human being. They don't know how to create a space that is so sacred, so deep, so safe and trusting that another people will go into the most shadowy, dark, sticky places within themselves and bring that to light and really begin to transform their inner reality. Not just make incremental change or not just achieve goals and objectives that they're aiming for, but fundamentally change the wiring upon which their self-identity has long rested. And when you are able to work at that fundamental level with another human being, that's when things get really good. And that's when they start to rewire and reconfigure what's going on within themselves and begin to experience life in all new ways. So that capacity to coach at the deep end, to really hold a sacred, relational, spirit-based healing space for other people is going to be something that AI cannot do for a very, very long time. So if you're going to up-level your capacities, it should be towards able to go into that deeper end, not just doing more of what you can already do, which stays at a surface level perhaps, and just invites more incremental change rather than a fundamental rewiring at a core level of mind and being. And the third thing, and this is a really big one, in fact, I've made another video on this, it's based on the axiom that my transformation is what enables transformation, or your transformation is what enables transformation. The great coaches that are going to have legs in this world are the ones that have gone themselves on a path of deep inner transformation. They've awakened. They become conscious human beings. They become evolved leaders in their field. They've done the deep, hard inner work, sometimes over years and years and years, to bring themselves into a space where they stand as a living embodiment, a living exemplar of one who is the awakened, transformed self. And that journey is for many people one that they're not necessarily willing to take because it's so immensely disruptive to the comfort and ways that they know. But again, those coaches, those ones that are going to go the distance, have leaned into their own inner journey of transformation so that they stand strong as one who can support others, not because they read it in a book or took a great course, but because they have lived it. It's the fire experience that will transform the coach from the inside out so that they stand as the one, the beacon, the way shower for others, and invite them into that path of transformation for themselves. And particularly in this coming age within our world where you can sense the disruption that transformation is bringing upon us, there's going to be great fear and concern and trepidation about what it all means. And the pathway forward is not just to fix things on the external, but it is to dive within ourselves so that we transform ourselves from the inside out first, because when we do that, everything around us changes. So I hope you enjoyed this video where I touched on many things that we can be doing as coaches to AI-proof ourselves. It's a long journey, but it's worth it. It's worth it because it's going to take you into the depth of who you are and bring out the best in who you are as a human being and as a coach, and that's what other people will be seeking. So if you like this video, please take a moment to hit the like button. You can also subscribe, and we'll see you again.